Good morning. Morning everyone. How are you all today? Are we all okay? The sunshine is back. Yay! What are you all up to today then? We've got a nice interesting activity for you today. Just move this over. Hello. Give us a wave if you're with us. Morning. Are we all okay? Have we had some tea, coffee? I've got mine here. It's getting a little bit cold though, so I need to gulp it down as quick as I can. Although I'm sure lots and lots of mums are used to this now. We've got a really nice activity for you all today, which is really easy to do. It's nice that the weather's not too bad today as well, so you can actually try and do it outdoors if you want as well. So give us a wave if you're here. I'm going to have a quick gulp. I'm going to get started. So, I have got my Tough Tray here today. Just give it a bit of a wipe. I was making sure it works. So, if you have got a Tough Tray, you can do this activity in the Tough Tray. If you haven't, you will see once I show you what we're doing that you can actually do it outdoors, just on the patio, on the shed, because it all washes away really easily. If you've got any other sort of tray, like the garden trays that I've used before, the activity will work in there as well. Okay, so as I said, it's D for drawing today on Totsy's A to Z of play. So we've done animals, balloons, C was for cornflower. We made our gloop. I had some lovely fan mail from that. And today we're doing D is for drawing. Now you might be thinking that your little ones are a bit too small to be doing drawing at this early age. However, getting those core muscles and those hand strengths in is very, very important for them from a very young age. As you know, tummy time is promoted from a young age to get those arm muscles and get them nice and strong in their arms and their shoulders around here, which is very, very important. So getting them drawing is also important and really helps to build those core skills that they need for later on in life, when they get to school and they have to obviously practice writing their name and all sorts. Now obviously we're not going to be teaching them how to write their names because they're too small for that. It's just about getting those fine and gross motor skills in, so being able to hold items either with a full grip or with the pincer grip, and just getting those movements in. So what we're going to do is I'm using chunky chalk today. I'll just take my rings off actually. We're going to be just using some chalk. You can get lots and lots of different types of chalks for children. You can get the eggs, which are more of a grip. What I like about these is they can use their full fist. Okay, now there's two ways. You can either get them to draw onto the board or you can do the drawing bit. So I'll show you both ways so you've got a few ideas to play with. So simply you want them to hold onto the chalks either with a full grip. The slightly old ones might be better at holding it sort of with the fingertips, which is also great, so they can get those finer movements in. But for the younger ones, full fist grip is absolutely fine. And all you want them to do, you want a chalk in each hand because we want them to be working both hands together, not just the one. Okay, a lot of people make that mistake and sort of just give them, you know, one thing in the hand, so they're just concentrating on the right hand or just on the left hand. But if you give it to them in both, they can actually make some nice, you can get them to do circles, get them to do side to side. They might just be doing all sorts of scribbles, which is absolutely fine because we just want those movements in. For the very young babies, it's a really nice one to do when the little ones are lying on their tummies, so getting a bit of tummy time in but getting them distracted by making these movements. You can just do it on a piece of paper as well. You don't have to be doing it on a tray. Okay, so just getting any old sort of movements in. They might go up and down, they might go side to side, they might just be doing anything, okay? But the nice thing with this is it's the cause and effect. So they can see that when they're moving those hands, something is happening. I am getting a reward from moving those hands. So they'll do it more and more, get them to do nice big circles, or okay? So either getting them to do that, is obviously really good for getting those drawing skills in. However, what I wanted to show you was something a bit more exciting than that, and it's actually getting little ones to clean, which for some reason they love at a very young age, and then they grow out of it, but we won't talk about that. So this is one way you can do it, or one day's activity, getting them to make the marks. Another one is once they've made the marks, or you've made the marks, whichever, doesn't matter, is getting them to use some normal household sponges. Okay, I've just got a spray bottle to hand, just to soak the sponge a little bit. I'm going to soak both sides. Okay, so it doesn't matter which side they use because they're both a little bit wet. And again, the idea is that they hold onto the sponge, doesn't matter which way. They hold onto it with that full fist grip, and then they start to clean. Okay, so it works really, really well. So again, get them to hold one in each hand. You can use different types of brushes, so I picked this one up as well. Just give it a spray, so you can get them to hold a sponge and a brush. Obviously with the brush handle being big, don't get them to hold it there because it's a lot more movement for them. Get them to hold it a little bit closer. So you can do a sponge and a brush, or you can do two sponges, you can do two different types of brush, it doesn't matter at all. We just want to get those movements in. So nice big circles, scrubbing up and down, scrubbing side to side, going both one way and then the other, a bit like, you know, sing the wipers on the bus, go swish, swish, swish and give it a clean. We can go up and down. So you can add in all those different movements, circle around in the same direction, circle in opposite directions, and we're simply going to get them to clean. And again, because they can see the effect of what they're doing, they really, really enjoy it. It works really, really well, and it's a nice way of getting them to learn about cleaning. So we can do the wipers on the bus, go swish, swish, swish while we're cleaning our tray. And what you might find is once they've done it, they'll want to draw some more so that they can wash it off again and give it a clean. So as I said, you can do it very easily on a shed, on the garden patio. It's just chalk, so it will wash away with water. If you don't have a tough tray, don't feel like you can't do this, you really can. With the drawing, you can even do it, put a piece of paper down and get little ones on their tummies. The nice thing with the trays is obviously you can put it up at different heights. So for the slightly older children, you can rest it on a table and get them to do it sort of so they're more at arm's length. You can then change it and actually put the tray on the floor, so they're really bending down, they're working all those muscles, so really, really nice. Good morning. Okay, so if you want, you can very easily just make some marks for them. Give it a scribble, and then, for example, using the brush, get them to use the brush. Hi, Mum. Use the brush again to give it a wash. Okay, so again, if you've got two different types of brushes, one might be going up and down while one's going side to side. Little ones are really good at doing stuff like this. Okay, so if they've got the sponge and the brush, again, get one to scrub with the brush. And the little ones absolutely love it. They love cleaning. Not quite sure why, because they end up not liking it when they have to. But yeah, really, really simple. Getting little ones to tidy up and clean after themselves. As I said, the chunky chalks are great. You can get them in lots of different shapes and sizes now as well. You can get their little legs, which again is lovely, especially for the younger ones. Really helps them to hold on to it. I just find with the longer ones, it's easier for little hands to hold. There's a lot more of it, so they can just get a grip and they're still doing something which is going to work. Whereas with the eggs, if they're right on the fingertips, it doesn't quite work. But I mean, give it a go. Let us know what works for you. We had some lovely fan mail last week, so if you do give this activity a go, then please do share it with us. What I will also mention is, as you noticed, I had a spray bottle just to soak the sponge. It's very handy to have that close by if you are doing this activity, just because if the sponge ends up like that, it's not going to clean as well, so you can just give it a spray again and it'll do some nice cleaning for you. Okay, you might find that the little ones love the spray bottles. They might actually end up cleaning the tray by spraying, which again is absolutely fine because they were, oh sorry, squirting water on my hands. They are using that fine motor skill as well. So if they can, let me just close it while I show you this. So if they can get that action in, obviously that's really good for them as well. That's very fine. You might find that they're using all their fingers, but very, very good for them. And again, they're helping you clean. So if you've got any other things that need cleaning, if they're enjoying this and they're enjoying spraying, some of their toys need cleaning, pop it out with them and they'll enjoy cleaning it. They have a blast with it, but we will be talking about that in another activity as well. So that's it for today, guys. D for drawing, but it's not our traditional drawing animals or drawing anything like that, because I'm not the person to teach about that. My drawing skills are not very good, as most of you will know. So it's just about getting little ones to do those nice big movements, working on those arm strength, getting them to make marks. Really, it's all about mark making at the younger age. It's only when they get to preschool and school that they really have to concentrate on those finer details of writing their name. So don't worry about it just yet. They've got a long time to go. So I hope that was useful. Again, if you do give it a go, please do send us some fan mail, and I will be back later on because I've got a little thing to tell you about. But I'm not going to do it now. So especially on Instagram, keep an eye out on stories. On Facebook, I'll pop up live some point during the day, but obviously you can catch me later on as well. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.